Don't forget you get to be a part of this program by joining our platforms. On Telegram, it's official Maestro Petals. On WhatsApp, the number to add is 070-555-66624. And you get to listen in from anywhere around the world, either through the website www.petals1023.com or through the Petals FM application that you can download on your Play Store. Adebisi Ogunjimi is here with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Thank
Toni.
you for joining me on the show.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
All right, before we go to the stories we have, let me quickly take the comments on the platforms.
Okay.
All right, on Telegram, I have Steve Bond says, make we no lie, make we no steal. Power supply has improved over here. We hope they keep it up during the dry season. And Stephen Badamosi replies saying, believe me, brother, I noticed it too. It's marginally improved. Right now, I'm charging my phone, not with generator. All right, that's a good one. And Grateful replied to Ola Shiba's message where he reacted to a news on Senator proposing bill for Creative Economic Commission. And Ola Oshiba says, another money guzzling bureaucracy. The more we clamor for measure of agencies, the more we create new ones. So Grateful's reply was overbloated civil service, and our senators are bent on adding more to it. Then Folusha, Lagos has taken advantage of the Nigerian railway to add to her existing blue rail to help the Lagos commuters. Why is the Oyo state government not taking the advantage of the railway between Omi Adio and Lalupon?
Omi Adio. Omi Adio.
Omi Adio and Lalupon. That is line follow to do our own mass transit. Let them approach the Nigerian railway and strike a deal for them to get one or two trains moving and on those tracks. This is time to think out of the box. Alright, and Bukioye, all Nigerian media organizations prove themselves to be incompetent and mediocre fake news media on top Kaduna Kaduna governorship judgment yesterday. Yeah, I tried to get because of the question Mr. Goodluck asked earlier. I tried to get a vivid report on that since I didn't watch the Zoom transmission because the tribunal judgment was transmitted or was held on Zoom. So I couldn't watch that yesterday and I could not find the Zoom or a recorded copy of that. So I was seeing different reports. Most said the election was declared inconclusive. Others said the results was upheld. I hope that before today runs out, we'll get the clarification on that. Now, let's start with the story on the late singer Mohbad. Yesterday evening, or early this morning, it's been 5 hours now since I saw the post from Lagos State PRO Benjamin Hyundai. He says Balogun Olamilekan Eletu aka Sam Larry is now in our custody. He's currently assisting with ongoing investigation. Assisting. That's my first assisting.
What's the problem you have with
the
that?
Investigations are currently ongoing.
Yes, and he's assisting. That's what he's supposed to do. Yes, because they'll be asking him questions. He's going to be giving answers. And he's expected to also give any other information he probably has that might help the investigation. That's why they say they are assisting. Anyone that is working with the police on any case, the police is always telling the populace that this person is assisting. Yes, that's what they are supposed to say, because he's helping them to unravel, because we cannot conclude that He's a suspect now,
Yes.
and
Okay.
he's not the culprit. No one can ascertain that already. So we are just going to say he's assisting the police with investigations, with other information that he probably has that we are not privy to. So there is no problem with the word.
All right. At least, thankfully, he has come back to Nigeria now, and we hope that Naira Marley would also come back and stop granting interviews.
Well, that's the most honorable thing for him to do, especially as he's claiming to be innocent. If he is sure that he really has nothing to hide, that doesn't have any skeleton in his cupboard, as far as this case is concerned, I think he should just calm down, like Sam Larry has done, because I want to believe he actually came down well, maybe not to be arrested, but at least to be taken in by the police. Yes, to help with investigation. So Naira Marley too should try and calm down, and let's unravel this honestly, because we all want to know what happened. We are really interested in getting justice for this guy, and this will help others in similar situation, because he had petitioned the police, he had written petitions, he had told the police what he was going through. Well, the information out there is that nothing was done on these petitions, but now that he had died, I think we should get justice, and this will kind of it will be as a caution for bullies, even if we realize eventually that they didn't kill him. But we have all the evidences of bullies bullying the guy, assaulting him, and well, that's not good also. So if at least we are able to unravel this, we are able to know what actually killed this guy. The body had been exhumed, autopsy will be done, forensics will go into it, and we will really get to know. So if at the end of the day we realize that okay, these people were not really culpable, but at least they can be punished for the assault, for the bullying and all, and this will serve as deterrence to others, and at least we will all rest. We need this closure, honestly. We need to get it closed. Mohbad is dead, yes, but we want justice. So it will be good, honestly, if Naira Marley, rather than just granting interviews to every Dick, Tom, and Harry on the internet, he should just come home, go to the police, turn himself in, give whatever information he has, and assist, just like Sam Larry is doing now.
Now, I know we are clamoring for justice for Mohbad, and majorly to unravel the cause of his death and whoever killed him, if he was killed, of which we most probably think something fishy happened. Now, the evidences, we have video evidences or recorded evidences of him being assaulted. These guys, are they going to get the punishment for assaulting him?
That's what I just said. That we are not going to expect that the police will glide over these assault cases also, or allegations. Even if eventually we realize that they didn't kill him, they had no hand in the death of this young man, but at least we have the evidences for assault.
Yes.
And the rest of it. So, and bully. So we will expect that they should be charged on these other cases, if not the murder or manslaughter or whatever it is that it is called professionally.
Now, we've had a lot of people using this justice for Mohbad, hashtag justice for Mohbad, to chase clout on the social media. We've had different people saying different things, just random things. Because when you put hashtag justice for Mohbad, you get a lot of traffic on your page. Now we have Drama King Uche Madwagu saying he was offered 3 million naira to paint Mohbad's wife as the prime suspect. And the videos, to me, watching the video, his facial expressions and all of that, to me, it seemed like he was making a jest or something. But the clout is too much.
Well, you know, last week, I think it's last week, I said that it is not every reaction that we have to talk about, especially on this Mohbad case. A lot of people are, it's not unexpected that people are going to be looking for clout. People are going to be using this to catch trend. They are going to be using it to just to cash in, really. That it's the way of human beings. We just want to latch on whatever is trending just because we want views, we want to trend, and we want to get some money, some dollars off whatever the case is. I really don't see it as jesting. It's not. He really wasn't making a jest of the dead. He actually wants to. He wants to increase his own fortune. If truly he was invited, that's probably his business. And if you are going to come out and say that someone invited you to pin the case on Mohbad's wife, why didn't you just tell us the person once and for all? This is a case that everyone is interested in, so I don't see any reason why you want to be hiding any information. If you are so sure enough to bring it out to us, to come to the internet to tell us that, okay, this person actually invited me and offered me 3 million naira to say that Mohbad's wife is a suspect, then you should tell us. And I think the police should even invite him. Anyone that, see, we have to develop a culture of making people accountable for even whatever they put out there on the internet. We have to just find a way around it. We talked about the intention of the last administration to regulate the social media, and there was a backlash. There was a lot of people kicked against it. We also did. We are still kicking against it. But honestly, Tony, on daily basis, when I check the internet, I actually think, are we really sure we don't want this thing to be regulated? Because you can't just throw yourself in our face just as you like, and you think you are not going to be held accountable, you're not going to be questioned, you're not going to be asked. Yes, the police is actually arresting people. Police currently, this cute Abiola thing, we have people now being held accountable for whatever they see on the internet. I think it should go on. This guy should be invited. This is not an ordinary case. This Mohbad case is not a case you just think you wake up and after taking a cup of coffee and you just open your internet, you just dress up, then you start addressing us. Somebody called me to say this today, say that. You cannot come and tell us somebody called you. Tell us who called you. What is the name of this person that called you? What relationship do you have with this person? And what is the relationship of this person and Mohbad's wife? And even the late Mohbad and this person? We have to know. It might lead the police. It might just be a lead that the police is looking for. So you can't just come out and tell us somebody. That person must surely have a name. And we are interested in knowing this person. Then we will know why they are so desperate about painting this lady black. Why they are so desperate about telling us that, okay, this lady was actually sleeping with all of them, all the Malians. Why does it have any relationship with Mohbad's death? We need to know. So it's not enough for you to just come and tell us someone is inviting you, someone invited you and offered you 3 million naira to pin something on someone. No.
Now we also have this self-acclaimed prophet. I use self-acclaimed because I've never seen him until now. Who says they should bring Mohbad's body to him, that he is going to resurrect the body to life.
Yes, how many people has he resurrected before? Exactly. What is his interest in Mohbad? Is it because Mohbad is popular? Yes, because that's the way I see it. He wants to cash into. He wants to follow trend. He wants to trend. He wants views. I'm sure his Facebook account must have been buzzing now. His account will be buzzing. People will be viewing. He would have millions of views. Yes, and that's what people do. That's what some people do in a situation like this. And it is the world we are in. It is the world of the social media. You see a person drowning, you see accidents on the road, and instead of jumping in to help people, to take victims to the hospital, you see people bringing out their phones and just, you see someone on fire, you see a mob setting someone on fire, and all you can do is just to pick your phone, and it's not because you want to call someone to come and arrest the situation. No, you want to record the incident, so that what will happen? So you will post it on your social media account, and for you to get views, and at the end of the day, for you to get some money. That's the world we are in. It's all about the money.
All right. The Minister of Works yesterday locked the gate of the Secretariat. Yes, he reportedly locked. Yes, he locked the gate, and we had workers protesting at the gate saying that he must go because they resumed late. Although he addressed the protesting workers yesterday also, saying, "I can't do without you, just as you can't do without me." And then there were reactions. So he said, "Okay, okay, you can do without me. That I did this on purpose because I came back and I needed to address some files, and those that I was supposed to work with, more than I think I think he said just 25% or 5% of the staff were already in the office, and he came to work. He said, I got to work at 9:30, and most of you were not here, so I needed to address everybody, and the only way to get everybody is to get you at the gate. That was why I locked the gate and all of that." And then he apologized to them. And my question is, somebody who is collecting federal government work money, or yes, to work for the country, or to work for states and all of that, resuming to work at 10 o'clock when you're supposed to resume at 8 a.m., and then getting angry that you were locked out of your office or out of the office is I think this is a level of entitlement that I can't even fathom.
Well, see, Tony, it's this this time that we are in. I said it, I think 2 weeks ago, that we are in a perilous time, or in the perilous time, if we are going to use the words of the Bible. People people just want to do whatever they want. I think that's where the world is going to. People don't want consequences. They want to be them. They want to do them. Do you? The world will adjust. That is that is the world we are going into right now. But it's sad because you can't do you. You said something about someone collecting federal government money. Is it about someone collecting federal government money? It's about somebody not wanting to be responsible for what he or she is expected to be responsible for. You are a worker in a place. You have your resumption time. You have your closing time. People who don't keep to resumption time are the ones who are so keen on their closing time. They want to resume at 12 and they want to close that 4. The dot on the 4 will not move away before these people would have packed their stuff and leave the office. And it's not peculiar to federal government workers. It's not peculiar to state government workers. It's everywhere. People they don't want to give. They just want to keep taking. And it's the bane of this society. You can't just do what you want. You are expected to resume at 8 o'clock. A minister comes into the office with the intention of meeting with everyone. And he got there and met 25% of you. And in his capacity as the overall senior, let me use the word now, at least overall overseer of that place, he thought, okay, let me lock these people outside. Governor Fayose did it once. People were like, well, these governors are emperors. But how do you address situations like this? I think this man, he did it because, he's a former governor himself. So I think he's used to that power. He's used to that ability to punish people. I don't get it. How you feel as a worker, you can resume at 9 o'clock, you can resume at 10, at 12, you have some ministries where workers just stroll in and stroll out. You just see them filing out, they are going in, they are coming out at 12, 1, and before 4 o'clock, the whole place is deserted. And you begin to ask yourself, what exactly are they even doing that they can't even sit in the office? Some of them sit in that office watching movies all through the day. Some of them sit in that office selling stuff. They sell food. They sell yogurt. There is nothing they don't sell. They sell cards. That is what they go there to do. But they still don't want to resume at the right time. And they don't want to be punished. I don't understand how that works. I do not understand how it works. Now they add the temerity to protest that the minister locked them outside. That's the height of irresponsibility. It is the height of shamelessness. So they felt big that he shouldn't have locked them outside. So the workers that Governor Fayose locked outside, and they were begging him. People were like, so these governors are. So I think these ones, they feel they are not answerable to the minister.
Yeah, they said, and I quote, this is not, I know you were a governor, but this is not the state.
See my point? They feel, what does he mean? What power, what gives him that audacity to punish them, to lock them outside? He's just a minister, for crying out loud. That's what they feel. And it's not just because he's a minister. It's just because they do not want to be cautioned. They don't want to be punished. They don't want to be told that they have done something wrong. They just want to do whatever they like, and they want to get paid doing whatever they like and however they want it.
All right, moving on from that. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has said it was considering arresting and prosecuting commercial motorcycle passengers, saying without demand there will be no supply. Meanwhile, now without demand, before I move on, now the passengers are the ones that will be arrested, because if they did not demand for Okada, there will be no supply for Okada in the first place. Meanwhile, a joint task force of FCT has crushed about 478 motorcycles impounded for operating along restricted areas in the FCTA. And, okay. Now, the operation, which lasted 2 weeks, saw security personnel drawn from the Police Department, Department of State Service, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the FCT, blah, blah, blah. Thursday's exercise, which started from the popular car wash bus stop in Lugbe, swept through Goza, Bill Clinton Drive, Trademore Estate, Lugbe Junction, as well as Kubu and environs. Speaking about after the operations, director said for safety and security reasons, people should always make sure they avoid plying motorcycles within the FCC, because as the situation is, we might be arresting people that are equally plying motorcycles. They should learn to trek short distances for their health and safety. Now, motorcycle is something that we've always had it's always a means of transportation that we've always had all our lives, or in Nigeria, and it's always easier for people to take, sometimes maybe cheaper or faster. And now I've never understood this banning of Okadas in states and all of that. But now saying that you'll be arresting people that even plying the Okadas and that we should trek, the people in the FCT should trek for their safety and also for their health. That means most of them are not healthy.
See, in all the places where motorcycles have been banned, I think the popular or the common reason stated is always security. The fact that these motorcyclists they are mostly robbers. They aid robbery. And if you look at it really, you will understand from the point of view of the government. If a guy is on Okada, you are strolling, you can just snatch your bag, drive off. It's easier. It's an escape tool that is easier than a vehicle. So before you know what is happening, he had maneuvered his way inside the traffic. You can't even stop him. He's gone. And even if he wants to throw whatever he stole to another person, it's easier. So this is the reason why some governments have decided to ban motorcycles in some areas. I don't think I've seen a state where they have banned motorcycle in the whole of the state. I do not think so. If there is any, I would like to know. So we have some places where they have banned the use of motorcycles. Even in some estates. Some estates they won't even take marwa, not to now talk of taking motorcycles. They do not want them inside their estate because they believe that most of them are robbers. Most of them are criminal. They are criminals. They are criminally minded. And they do not want these crimes in their area. So they really want to, they want to go away. They want you to stay away, stay far away from them as possible. You understand? So that is why they have banned them. Now, if the government have said, we are banning you in these areas, why do you want to go back there? And passengers, well, I probably might not support the arrest of passengers, but really the passengers themselves should know that, okay, if there is no law here backing me taking a motorcycle here, I should not be standing here waiting for a motorcycle. If I stand here, I am breaking a law, or I am encouraging someone to break a law. And if you are encouraging somebody to break a law, you are an accomplice. It's just like you know that, okay, on this road, Tony, I can't see a taxi standing out here. Then you stand there all day. What are you saying? You are expecting somebody to break a law for you. You are expecting a miracle, in quote now. You are expecting somebody to just come. Okay, maybe by chance someone will pass by and will take me. No. You should not do that. Really, where there is no demand, there can be no supply. When a motorcyclist knows that, okay, I can't see anyone here, why will he go there? He won't go there. He won't want to waste his time and his fuel going to where he's not going to see a passenger. But when he feels, okay, there are some lawbreakers like me. Yes, because you are breaking the law. You know that they are not supposed to be there. Why are you standing there waiting for them? So when he knows that, okay, I'm likely to find a lawbreaker waiting for me, then we'll go and break the law together. Then you should both be arrested. But I'm not saying passengers should be arrested. No, I'm not saying that. But really, we should look into it. We should stop encouraging people to break the law. Yes, we don't like it. It is not easy on us. There is a reason why people take bikes. It's probably faster. Exactly. It's sometimes cheaper. And it gets to places taxis cannot get into. The nooks and the crannies. And you really don't want to trek. We don't want to trek anymore. Yes, we don't want to trek anymore. That's why they said, okay, trek some distances for your health. You need it. You are going into your estate. All these estates that don't accept bikes, it's very difficult for people to stay there if they are not mobile. So you see them at the gate begging the security, please, I'm carrying, you see what I'm carrying, please, please, please. And it's funny sometimes because these distances are not untrackable, really. They are not untrackable. You can track some of them if you are not in a hurry. So this idea of just don't want to be punished. People don't like consequences. They just want to wake up when they like. They want to eat when and what they like. They want to wear. Some people want to go out naked. That is what they want. But because society does not allow it, that's why some people are still wearing clothes, Toni. If the society allows that, okay, you can actually, okay, you can go out, whatever you want, however you want to go out. The nudist society, then some people want it. Some people want to sleep whenever they like. They want to go to work when and how they like. They want to walk. Some people want to walk from their beds, even when their work does not support that. They want to just sit. They want to stroll. They want to drive. And it's going to be there will be a breakdown of the society. You can't just do what you want. Even in homes, you can't do what you want. Not to now talk of a larger society where you are not the only one there. There are laws guiding the society, guiding our day-to-day activities, and that is what we call a society. If there are no laws guiding us, then we don't have a society. And we sit down here. It is the same us that will be talking about Senna climbs. What do you think makes these Senna climbs? It is laws like this that they adhere to that will make them sane. But we want to just call them Senna climbs. We want to sit here and condemn this insane climb. And who is making it insane? I'd be insane. Yes, insane. Who is making this climb insane? It's us. It's us. They are banning Okada. We are the ones complaining they are banning Okada. They are using Okada to steal. We are the ones complaining they are using Okada to steal. And the government will try, okay, let's profile this as a solution. We are the ones that will still come out and complain. And we are the ones that will still break that law. What exactly do we want? What do we want?
In a bid to prevent the seized motorcycles from being crushed on Thursday, frustrated commercial motorcyclists in many parts of the Federal Capital Territory attacked and threw stones at members of a joint task force appointed by the FCT minister. The joint task force, alright. Now, to firmly establish their dominance, the joint task force further chased the assailant into Goza community while ensuring that the unlucky ones who were caught in the process return to their homes with bruises and swollen faces, or worse still, end up in the clinics. So now they try to protest, but they collect.
The collecting is what I really will not support. If people are protesting, if the protest is peaceful, I think we have the right to that.
They threw stones at the
They threw stones. Well, they could have found a better way to stop them. Tear gassing them is one of the ways, at least the subtle, not so subtle, but at least if you tear gas people, they will run away. But now hitting, brutalizing them is what I really would not. Yes, I understand that there's a limit to people's patience. Yes, but I think that is one thing our law enforcers should learn. Your patience must be unending. It has to have great elasticity, because people will push it. People, they will really push you, but you are not expected to lose it. Because you have the instrument of the law. You have the backing. You have instrument in your hands. You have the backing of the government to do and undo. But please don't undo. It's understandable sometimes, but it's really not the best. You don't go about giving people. They are civilians. Yes, they threw stones. Well, I'm sure there is always a better way to stop people from attacking the police. We watch movies. We see how they do it. They use hot water sometimes. They spray them. They spray them with water. They spray just normal water sometimes hot water. Sometimes they tear gas them. They just stand there. They are hit. There are people throw stones at them. They pellet them with fruit and all, but they just stand there. So far as they don't shoot or come out with any machete or any other harmful instrument. You get my point. They will just stand there and watch them. Let them go ahead with their protests. They are not protesting against you. They are protesting. It's the government that has a business with them.
Lagos State Waste Management Authority yesterday continued its onslaught against environmental infractions by sealing several plazas around Teju Show Market, Yaba. The plazas were sealed off for offences including improper waste disposal and trading activities obstructing free flow of traffic, among others. The affected plazas are those situated around. Alright, fine. I have always wondered marketplaces or plazas or supermarkets with a lot of waste around them, and I'm always wondering, this is not supposed to be healthy for you that even sit here like half of the day or more than half of the day. I think what's your opinion on this move on sealing the plazas?
Yes, it's it's good if that will make them sit tight and dispose their waste properly. Because I believe that before the government can go ahead to seal off these places, they would have provided for them and told them how to dispose of their wastes properly. If you go to our market here, also you see the incinerators, and you see them taking them. Once in a while, there's a traffic at that junction there because they are taking off. They are carrying, what was the word they even used for this? Okay, let's just say disposal. They are trying to dispose, yes, of this waste. So if they are going to sit tight after this sealing, then I think is a good one. See, sometimes our people, the only language we understand is force. sometimes. We want to see what exactly can you do. So when you now know what this person can do, when we see what the government can do, then we will sit tight and call ourselves to order. Okay, we don't want to be sealed off again. So I think that is when you will now see them calling a meeting. That is when you will see the olori of that market or that plaza, the executives now telling them, see, we don't want what happened to us this last month to happen again. So how do we go about disposing this waste properly? I'm sure that we probably will not hear that place is going to be sealed again, because they are going to now, henceforth, they are going to do exactly what they are supposed to do.
It's good if they actually sit down. Some youth in Ondo State have carpeted the embattled deputy governor of the state, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, for allegedly intimidating the State House of Assembly over the ongoing impeachment proceedings against him. The youth from 3 senatorial districts of the state, under the ages of concerned youths and citizens, urged Aiyedatiwa to respond to the allegations against him instead of raising unnecessary issues. The group stated in a protest to the assembly that if found wanting of the allegations leveled against him, the deputy governor should be impeached. Now things keep getting, should I say, tough for the deputy governor, because yesterday some lawyers also said he shouldn't have gone to court, and he shouldn't even have gone to the federal high court. I need to be sure. It's a court in Abuja that. But would he have? Yeah, he should answer to the allegations made against him. But still, I feel like he went there because he felt he had no backing in the state.
The way you are seeing it, do you think he has a backing in the state? Of course, he will have his own people too. He's going to have, and I can assure you, this protest that I just mentioned, there's going to be a counter protest. His own people will come out. People that are pro Aiyedatiwa will also come out to show their support. It's politics. It's how we play politics, really. And you probably will be fooling yourself if you think what is happening in Ondo State is normal legal issue between the House and the Deputy Governor. No, I'm not going to see it as a normal one. It's all politics. It's all politics. The governor came back, and we immediately began to see the drama unfolding. Every day, a new story. Every day, a new issue, until the House decided to begin to move for his impeachment, which he went to court to block. I think the court has blocked it right now, at least temporarily. He has said
the House says they will go ahead.
Yes, the House, of course, if they want to contempt the law, they will definitely go ahead and still raise the vote for his impeachment. But there is a case, there's an allegation against the deputy governor. I think he should go ahead, and except the court also ordered that he should not answer to these allegations. If not, he should answer to these allegations, and let's see what comes out of it. If he's just going to be impeached and just go home, I think that's better than for him to be found guilty of these allegations, and then he begins to go back and forth. He has a court case, he doesn't have a court case, or EFCC is going to be petitioned against him, and they're going to be inviting him. So if it will do him good, like some people have advised that he should just resign himself honorably, but they don't resign in Nigeria. We don't resign. We don't resign in Nigeria. See, Edo State.
I'm coming to that.
Very interesting, very interesting turn of event for me, really. I think I asked Maestro that, okay, this man, Shaibu, as a person, as an outsider, as an observer, I think I want to adjudge him a loyal person to Obaseki. I really do not know them much, but the little I read about him, what I've been reading about him, how he stuck with his principle from APC to PDP, and for a governor to choose you for a second term, and even take you from one party to another with him, with all that imbroglio with Adams Oshiomhole, you understand my point. And he stood his ground, he stood with his principle, he stood with Obaseki, and together they migrated. They became governor again, and they are here. So I personally I think he's a loyal person. But Marshall laughed at me on the day. He said, well, politicians, loyalty, that their loyalty is always to themselves and their ambitions, which is very, very true. But honestly, I just think him as a person, he always stands out for me as as a loyal person. And I was not surprised when I saw his apology. I was not so. It was like, this is what I personally have been expecting you to do, Mr. Shaibu. You do not need all these things you have been doing. Can you? Why do you want to fight this man, for crying out loud? Why? Why? See, if you have worked with your principal, this is my opinion, please. If you have worked with your principal for 80 years and he does not think you are good enough for him to put down as a successor, me as a person, I don't think I'm going to be angry. And I don't expect that you should be angry. You have worked with this man for 80 years. If this working that we are talking about is chopping, then we can say you have chopped with Obaseki for 80 years. So what are we talking about? If you had not been able to convince him in this past 80 years to nominate you as a successor, then you can't do it now. It's not going to happen now. He probably has someone else he wants to help. He has someone else in mind. He has someone else he thinks can do it better. That shouldn't have caused this log jam between the both of them. And I'm honestly happy that they are back. They are back together. He had apologized, and the governor had accepted his apologies. And what he said, I miss you. You know, that word really, I read it, I went back to read it.
I even listened.
Yes, I went back to read it. Like really, I miss you. And I think he was very, very sincere. Because he must have missed their friendship. He must have missed their relationship. He must have missed that chumminess, that friendliness between the both of them. For the past how many years now, he's been my principal, my governor, he must have missed it. And he spoke like a baby, and that really got me. Maybe because I'm a woman, it got me really. I felt for him. I was like, oh my God, this man should just forgive him already. And I'm so glad I did. He forgave him.
Well, in his letter accepting the apology, that's Governor Baseki, he said the media frenzy as a result of the above and more provided an impression of crisis that has been precarious and distasteful to Edo people in the state and across the world. Although this unwarranted provocation caused me severe personal discomfort, as a person of faith, I am under obligation to accept this apology because, as they say, to err is human, to forgive is divine. In good faith, I trust that the public apology as expressed by the Deputy Governor is genuine and followed by contrite steps to improve his conflict resolution skills. I also enjoin the Deputy Governor to guide his proxies to act in accordance with his piety. Now, their tenure will soon be over, so I think it's nice to know that this is one Deputy Governor that is not going to be impeached.
I just hope that it's genuine, really.
Yeah.
Two, I hope it's genuine. Because these politicians, you can't put anything past them. I always say, see, actors and politicians, you cannot put anything past them. When they say A, they probably mean B in their mind. And they are going to, from that point that they have said A, they are going to be acting like B. They are going to be acting for B. They are going to be doing B. So if you are taking their word for it, that's at your own peril, at your own risk. So I want to believe that this apology is in good faith and is genuine. And really, I don't see any reason why it should not be genuine. They have how many months left? They should just finish it together. If he's going to be governor, probably not now. Probably. And if he really, really feels he can be governor, he can go to another party and become the candidate.
While you were speaking earlier on the issue of the Ondo State Deputy Governor, you mentioned contempt of court, and I was brought back to the NLC and the TUC on wanting to go on the strike ahead with their planned strike. And then the Attorney General of the Federation has told them not to go ahead with it because of the subsisting court order that prevents them from going. if the governors don't, because the governors during the NEC meeting yesterday appealed to them to wait, that they would dialogue with them in their different states. Are they going to dialogue with them before October 3rd, or are they planning to dialogue after? Because these guys have said even if the federal government likes they should go to court, they are going to stage the mother of all strikes.
Well, me, I'm always still waiting for when we are going to have the mother of all strikes in Nigeria. So let's just, or maybe the grandfather, because we've had mothers that were not really mothers. So we are probably going to be expecting that. But that aside, I think the last thing I read was that the president is going to address this issue in his independence speech.
Okay.
And I think he's also going to announce an upward review of the salaries. I think there's going to be a new minimum wage that's going to be announced by the president on the 1st of October in his Independence Day speech. And I think that is what Olubunmi, I think, was it Olubunmi Tunji that spoke with this meeting with Labour on Wednesday. He appealed to them that, okay, the president is going to talk on Sunday and is going to address the issue. And he expressed the hope that after the promise, after the speech, the strike scheduled for Tuesday, right? For Tuesday would no longer be necessary, because whatever it is that is agitating the NLC and the TUC would have been addressed in the president's speech on Sunday. So I think that is where I'm putting it. That is where I'm putting it right now. That is where I'm holding it. I really want to stop it there. And let's see what happens on Sunday and afterwards.
Well, should the president's speech not calm them down? Members of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers and all affiliate workers have mobilized their workers or their members to join in the strike.
Yes, it's a mother of all strike, like you said. So everyone is expected to join.
All right. We have this from former or ex-Uni Osun Vice Chancellor, the President, Nigerian Academy of Letters, Professor Shola Akerinade, has said Nigerians do not need palliatives like the ones government have been providing to cushion the effects of the harsh economy on them. He said what the people were yearning for was good governance that would enable better living standards for the populace. What's your take? Do we need both now? Because right now people need anything.
Yes, some people need anything, but it's not everybody that needs anything. If you ask me, really, we need the better society. We need we need the amenities. We need power to work. We need good roads. We need ease of transportation. We need crashed food prices. See, yes, they will say that this 8,000 naira to the poorest of the poor, even 1,000 to the poorest of the poor, yes, it will work. Some people will need it, some will try to get it. But is that really what we want for ourselves? Is that the kind of society that we want? That 1,000 naira is going to mean like 1 million naira to a family? Is that a normal society? Is that a prosperous society? Where you are looking at a family and you are thinking, okay, they should be okay with 5,000 in this time? That is not the kind of society that we want. That's not prosperous enough for us. Nigerians don't need handouts. We don't need you handing us money. We do not. An average Nigerian is a hard worker. An average Nigerian has a business name in his mind. An average person here has something he or she wants to do when he wakes up in the morning. But how do we do it? Someone was talking about light improving, supply of electricity improving these days. I honestly do not understand, because when I see light is in the middle of the night. It's when I want to lay my head to sleep that you hear pim, they will bring it. And before you can even wake up in the morning to get yourself and the kids ready for school, they have taken it. So what am I supposed to do with that kind of light? I'm supposed to wake up in the middle of the night and start working? Haba. So the productive hours of the day, how many hours of supply do I get? How many hours of electricity supply do I have during the day when I am supposed to be working? So my productive hours, I should be without power. But when I'm now supposed to sleep, that's when I should wake up and start working. You know, some people wake up to wash in the middle of the night. Some people wake up to start cooking beans in the middle of the night, just because they know that you are going to take that light before morning. So what are we talking about? What's the improvement? What's the improvement? When I'm supposed to be sleeping, I haven't seen it. Because when I get home now and I want to start cooking, I want to start preparing for the night, there's no light. I have to power myself all these hours. So when I want to now sleep, you now put on the light for me to now struggling to watch the Netflix that I subscribed to. Because I don't want it to waste. So you want me to wake up in the middle of the night and start watching? It's unfair. We want these things to work. We don't want you handing us money. No, that's not what we want.
And we don't want talks too.
We don't want it. Please talk and do. Do after talk. We have been talking since how many months now? We need to start seeing.
The Ekiti State government has suspended the Chief Medical Director of the State Specialist Hospital, Ikere Ekiti, Dr. Olubiyi Olaoluwa Abidemi, for allegedly assaulting his wife, Dr. Mrs. Olubiyi Adenike, during a domestic dispute. Dr. Adenike, who is a lecturer at the Ekiti State University, was reportedly hospitalized after suffering a neck injury from the attack by her husband. According to a statement from the State Ministry of Health and Human Service, the suspension was issued by the State Hospital Management Board after an investigation revealed that Dr. Olubiyi violated the Ekiti State public rules. Alright, he was alleged to have beat his wife over his side chick's pregnancy. She got pregnant and his wife did not take care of his side chick.
I don't understand.
Let me read the story.
Let's be sure.
A shocking case of domestic violence has been reported, blah, blah, blah. According to close sources to the family, the incident occurred on Thursday, 14th, blah, blah, blah. The source claimed that the CMD had impregnated one of his staff members and demanded that his wife, Dr. Mrs. Ulubi Adenike, a lecturer, take care of her, as the side chick. The source said that the wife refused to comply with the CMD's order, which enraged him and made him to threaten to kill her. He then allegedly grabbed her neck and tried to strangle her, leaving her with severe injuries. The wife was rushed to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. The CMD, however, reportedly denied that he had harmed his wife and accused her of faking her condition.
Okay. See, there are cases here. We are going to number one go with yes, because
let me write them down.
There's nothing that is not possible. No one was there. There was no eyewitness to have said that. Okay, this because I cannot understand how they got to that juncture. I can't understand how you will impregnate someone and you're not going to be forcing your wife to take care of that person that you have impregnated, and you are even not going to beg her to do it. You want to force her to do it. I don't understand it. So if this man is now coming out to say that, okay, I didn't touch her, I probably will look in that direction again, because I wouldn't expect him to have touched her in the first place. Really. You get my point. How can you impregnate someone and you're asking your wife, now you want to force your wife to take care of this person? And if she doesn't, or probably she had been doing it before, then she grew wings. She didn't want to do it again. Maybe that was what really aggravated the man. Like, what do you think you are? Have we not been doing this together? You see, couples, I fear to put mouth in couples matter. Because you will not understand what exactly is going on. You will not understand. The woman should come out and tell us what exactly is going on. How did you get to that stage with your husband? The husband will now impregnate somebody, and he will now be telling you, in this day and age, in this time that we are in. I don't get it. That story it has K-leg for me. I really want to know what happened. I need an eyewitness to tell me, okay, he actually laid his hands on this woman. And I need that woman to come and tell me, is this the first time he's going to be forcing you or asking you to take care? And what kind of care is he asking for? For his side chick. The side chick that got pregnant cannot take care of herself. She needs help. Does she not have parents? Does she not have friends? So it's the woman whose husband you have come to take that should now be taking. I honestly don't understand it. I don't get it. Maybe she had been doing it before and she doesn't want to do it again. Or she's faking this beating, truly. So the doctors should establish that she was actually beaten.
Well, for him to get suspended, I'm sure they must have made findings.
Well, they must have made findings, but Toni, this is Nigeria.
All right.
And that is a woman we are talking about. A scorned woman.
That is also a man.
Yes, that is also a man. Yeah, no, I won't call him shameless. There's nothing in that. There's nothing shameless in what he did. He impregnated another woman. So what? So what? Men do it. Men do it. That's see, men do it.
Why? But why do we use
Let's
this
not
men
close.
do it?
You can't close. See, you cannot close your eyes. Women do it too. Women get pregnant for other people, for another man in their marriages. It happens. So we're not going to pretend that these things don't happen. Your husband impregnates somebody else, so are we supposed to now stand on our head because of that? We are human beings. People do it. So you handle your case. Handle your matter. If you want to divorce because of that, please go ahead. Pack your things, go to court and just do it amicably. And go. See, this life is so simple. It's as hard as you want to take it. This life is as hard as you want to take it. If your husband feels, okay, he wants to impregnate another woman and he feels you should be the one to take care of that woman, tell him no. Or if you can do it, go ahead and do it. We don't want to hear about it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Then if the man starts causing trouble, then you take him to court. Take it up with him. Take it up with him. So if I say men do it, women do it too. We all do it.
All right, before we move on with the stories we have, permit me, my voice seems like I'm laughing because I am. We have another cooking marathon going on right now, and it is in Ibadan. So, according to the timer I'm seeing here, I think they are in their 23rd hour, if I'm getting the timing correct. This is 23 hours, right?
Yes, okay, 23 hours, 51 seconds, 38. No, 23 hours, 51 minutes, 42 seconds, and that millisecond is running.
Okay. So,
why are you laughing? What is it?
I thought we as Nigerians on social media agreed to rest on this cookathon thingy.
Yeah. Where did you agree to rest? If you want to have done anything, please go ahead and turn it.
It's alright. Let's just move on with this.
She can break it. Has anyone broken Hilda's record yet?
No.
Broken. Did I say break it? Okay, sorry. Has anyone broken Hilda's record?
Not that I know. No.
So let's see. She might just be the lucky one.
A graduate of Ambrose Ali University, identified as Precious Obeide, has attempted suicide over the alleged university's refusal to issue him and several other students their results after they graduated from the school in 2018. Punch correspondent learned that Obeide, whose parents claimed he had been battling depression due to his inability to be issued his results after spending 5 years in the school, started to stab himself with pieces of a bottle he had broken. Some aggrieved students of the school had lamented the inability to receive their degree results after spending 5 years undergoing the program, claiming that the situation had demoralized them. Uh, all right. Although we are waiting for the school to confirm, yes, we held, yes, we did it. But this life, I think, me personally, I used to say this jokingly and seriously that I have not earned millions yet. I have not had twins because I hope to have twins. So why would I want to take my life because of something? I understand that our mental capacities are different.
Our resilience.
But, yes. But wanting to take your life for something that one day would not even mean anything to you, I think.
Well, I honestly am always very careful talking about people's capacity to stay strong, because it differs really. We react to issues differently. I recently lost my sister, and we were actually afraid of telling my parents because we know them. We know my mom. Everyone was. I was really scared. Like, okay, I just pray that we are not going to end up with like two corpses right now, because uh, we know where we're coming from. You understand? But really, Tony, I was surprised. I was surprised when I got home and my mom was the one even telling me not to cry, that she had cried, that I should just stop it there. So I just had to swallow it, and I just became strong. At that period for her. I didn't shed a tear all through the time I was with her. You understand? Because I was really grateful to God for the strength He gave her and my dad at that time to hold it. So when you talk about people's ability to withstand some things, you see, you have to be very careful, because someone that you think is very strong, even something big might not break someone. A tiny thing might break the same person. So our ability to stay strong is really dependent on, I think it's just God. It's dependent on God, how God gives us that power at that time to be strong. So this guy, uh, I really don't know how to react to it, because, and this is Africa. Me personally, I don't take away the spiritual aspect of everything I see. Yes, he's probably depressed. He doesn't have his result for the past 5 years right now. A lot of things must have gone through his mind. His mates have graduated, his mates have served, his mates are working, his mates are probably married with kids. You understand my point. So he had a lot of my mates have, but
Your mates are also dead.
yes, he didn't think that, and he just decided to, okay, just end it, which is very, very sad. Which is very sad. He wasn't the only one in that situation at the time, and he's still not the only one in that situation right now. But he's gone now.
No,
He's not dead.
He only
Attempted. Praise. Oh Lord. Thank God. Thank God he's going to live to tell the story. A lot of people didn't live to tell that story. Nothing should make you attempt to take your life. Nothing in this world is worth it. When the time is come, believe me, trust me, you are going to die when the time comes. Nothing will stop you from dying when that time comes for you to die. Trust me. So don't hasten it. Nothing should make you want to end it. Nothing. Is it money? It will finish. See, a lot of people have this money in excess, but they are gone. Is it success? You want a car? You want what? Your result is not out yet. When the result comes out, you will do whatever you want to do with it. There's no late comer. My mom will say there's no late comer in marriage. There's no late. You see, you are not late.
Better to be late than to be late.
See, you will enter it when you will enter it. You will start your job when you will start a job. Nothing should make you see. It's overthinking sometimes. Sometimes you overthink a lot of things, and that's why I don't blame us when we try to just find the comic side of some issues. Let's just try. We throw memes, we do stickers, we just on my institution's platform we just joke. We just throw jokes. We just if it's too silent, somebody will just start shouting. This platform is too silent. What's going on? See, we just have to just try find something to make you happy in every situation. Look at the things that are going right. If a lot of things are going wrong, just look at that one thing, maybe one or two, that is going in the right direction, and be grateful to it. Be grateful for it, and expect more. Be expectant. Don't lose hope. Your result is not out. Some people did not even finish that school with you. Some people didn't finish with you. So why would you? Please don't do it. Don't even do it.
Remember, you've not made your millions. All right.
Yes. And you still have the capacity to make billions. So why do you now want to end it because you have not collected certificate? Certificates that when you have money, you sit in your house, you will order for it. It will be sent to you.
All right. There have been reports around or about the kidnapped Dapchi student Leah Sharibu, and now parents of Leah Sharibu on Thursday broke their silence on the insinuations concerning the marital status and whereabouts of their daughter, describing such thoughts as both confusing and disheartening. They wondered why they should believe unsubstantiated rumors and scant information that local security sources made. They said local security sources made this revelation in a report. Now, the spokesperson for the parents and president of Leah Foundation, Dr. Gloria Apuldu, made the clarification in a statement she sent to the Punch, following insinuations that Sharibu had two children and had married another man after reportedly divorcing her first husband. While calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to act fast, they recalled that till he left office on May 29, 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari did not act on the promise he made to free Leah 2 years after her abduction, adding that the international community had abandoned Leah and others still being held in captive. I actually saw the news, the story about Leah divorcing her first husband and had married another person who is a commander, and that she has two kids, that she was trained to be a nurse to help nurse wounded Boko Haram or wounded members of this terrorist gang and all of that. And my first question when I was reading it was that these people getting this information, can't you give us information on where she is and then help get her rescued? I am so confused. I don't really have a lot of things to say about it because I am confused and I have a lot of questions that I can't even exactly word.
We all do, believe me. And don't forget that it's still. Remember the sheikh that was speaking for them too. What's his name now?
That was arrested by the DSS.
His aide was the one arrested. The real sheikh himself. I've forgotten. He's not been in the news these days really. That popular sheikh. I'll look for his name.
Gumi.
Gumi, yes. He's not been in the news lately.
Gumi was arrested. Okay, let me check.
I think no. It was his aide that was arrested. Check, please. Let's be sure.
All right.
His aide was arrested. Yes, I am sure of that one. You know, we are as close as these people appear then to the Boko Haram, the bandits. We didn't get information on their whereabouts. We didn't get it, but we were getting their requests. When they requested that the president should come and speak with them, we got it. Somebody brought it to us, but we.
Okay, so Gumi has not been arrested.
Gumi, it was his aide that was arrested. Yes, we hear from them.
That was arrested.
That's his aide. We get their requests. We get their agitations. We get why they are doing what they are doing. We get this information, but we don't get to know where they are. We don't get to know their whereabouts, and we have not been able to flush them out. That's Leah Sharibu. I saw this report myself, and I saw the headline. I didn't believe it. I opened the story, and the story said she had divorced her husband to marry another commander within the same sect there, and that's a baby. That's a baby that was abducted over 10 years ago. How old is she now? Now she has married, she has given birth, she has divorced, and she's now remarried in that captivity. And a lot of promises have been made. A lot of promises have been made. The other girls were released, but she was not released. They said because of her faith.
She didn't renounce her faith.
And see, it's funny. And sometimes I look at our youths. I look at our priority, and it bothers me. It bothers me really. Free Leah, free. See all of them. Where did it get us to? She is still there, and we are getting reports of our activities in that place, but we cannot get to that place. So how are we getting this report? How? Who are those bringing it in? And the most annoying is some people will now come out and say this, they have surrendered. And we're going to be spending our money on them to rehabilitate and de-radicalize them. It's disheartening.
The founder, Christ the Light Ministry, Ibadan, Bishop Solomon Aremo, has said that a true Christian does not become a traditional king without a cause. Bishop Aremo said this in a media chat as the Nigerian Association of Christian Journalists paid him a courtesy visit at his. Now, the cleric noted that the Holy Bible frowns at a serious Christian embracing traditional leadership, adding that when such was offered Jesus Christ in his time, it was rejected. He said, "My kingdom is not of this world." However, Bishop Aremo emphasized that there is no how a traditional king would be selected without having to visit ancient seclusion villages, while his refusal might lead to upturn of his reign, counted a blasphemy to the gods by the kingmakers who walk on the mandate received from the God of light. Meanwhile, Bishop Aremo said crowning of a true Christian or a clergy as a traditional king would only happen where the personality agrees to serve God without any fear or intimidation, while he serves God non-negotiably for due transformation of such a community and with readiness to put him, the sacrificial lamb, in the face of hostility and persecution. And I think this is referring to the Shongo of Ogunwusi. Is it Shongo?
Yes, Gandhi.
Yes.
Oba Gandhi.
So what's your take?
A lot has been said really about this issue, and to me, I think it's a personal case. You can't be the judge between a man and his religion and his God. And I think what is certain here is that Oba Gandhi is now to shun.
Yes.
He's no longer a pastor. He's not calling himself a pastor anymore. He's now the king. He's the Oba. And I think he said in his speech that he would embrace the three religions.
Okay.
Yes, he said he's going to balance between the three religions. That's Christianity, Islam, and tradition. It's going to balance it. So I think that's him. That's how he wants to live. That's how he wants to serve his God. I think we should just leave him.
All right.
Yes, let's just leave him. See, you can't become a king without a cause. If there is a cause, do we know? He knows the cause why he accepted. And he said that he consulted his leader, his spiritual father. And he said he also prayed for confirmation, and he got his confirmation through a vision or a dream. It was confirmed to him that he should go ahead with it, and that's his purpose, and he's there. I think we should just rest it.
Now, the founder and president of Erisco Foods Limited, Eric Imoef Ofia, has threatened to sue Chioma Igodi, the customer who made a bad review of the company's product, Najito tomato mix. Moefa made this known while appearing on TV on Thursday. He recalled that Igodi made a bad review of Erisco's food product on social media and was arrested by the police and transferred to Abuja, a development that has received wide condemnation. Now, this was okay. He said, I am pursuing legal charges against her because I have a conscience. Is she right to falsely criticize my product and people are supporting her? I have over 3,000 people in my factory. Indirectly, we are paying 20,000 people. I cannot allow this type of syndicate to come and destroy my business. I have been producing this product for over 10 years, and somebody cannot come overnight to spoil it. Should I allow her because she's the weaker one? She's not the first person to do a product review. When we could not get her, we wrote a petition to the Inspector General of Police to help us. I have the right to write a petition when I am not feeling uncomfortable. Now, this person allegedly made a report, a bad review that apparently is false, and then he is going to go with a legal suit against her, and then she will know her fate from there.
I really would like to read the review. I want to see a point of view, if it's from the point of view of the user, or it was just a general review like we do movies. I think I want to see how she went about this review. If she used this product and she had a complaint about it and she came out to say it, I probably would not blame her. But if she just came to tell us, maybe based on what others told her about this particular product, then she might probably have a bone to pick with the manufacturer, really, because you don't go out there and rubbish people's efforts. Even when we critique movies, people still come out to say you don't rubbish people's efforts. People are putting a lot, but I think we criticize them to make them better. We do it not because we hate them. We do it not because we want to run them down, but because we appreciate their effort and we want to point them in the right direction. The next time they are going to make another movie, we want to tell them, okay, this is where we think you can improve on. And that does not still mean that you are right. It's a suggestion you are giving the movie producer to take or not to take. Is his discretion. Now, if you come out, if you had used the product you don't like, see, there are customer lines on all products. People have just decided that the internet is where they are going to be putting. You see, some people will sleep with their husband last night. They will come online this morning and start sharing. They will start sharing experiences. They have just decided that some people are eating. They are thinking of how they are going to post that food online.
Yes, so content must be made.
Some people are collecting clothes from tailor like this. The next thing they are thinking of is wearing it. Post it's our new world, yes, but we have to just be careful how we do these things. We have to be careful how we do these things. It's not what we should be doing every time. So if she had reviewed this product based on her use and dislike, I honestly would, okay, let's see what happened. What did you find out? Then you should have gone through the normal channel. People call out banks on social media.
Yes, so
people call out banks. Let me even make you laugh. I saw this tweet. The guy he said he went for an interview in a bank, and the HR went in and came back and showed him a tweet by him in 2020 where he said this bank is the most useless bank in Nigeria. So now in 2020, the bank was the most useless bank according to you, and in 2023, you are coming for an interview in the same bank. Who does that for crying? Who does that really? Who does it? We have to just be careful what we put out there. This social media, like we say, the internet doesn't forget. It's going to keep it there for you. Now this lady had gone to review this product. Now, do you know what relationship we are going to have with that product in the next 5-10 years? Do you know?
Well, her review was that she tasted the Nagiko tomato mix, one of the tomato-based variants from the firm, and found it sugary. She also claimed that the product was killing people.
So she will now be called now by the police to tell us how many people have been killed by this product. She will have to substantiate that claim, which I doubt she's not going to be. Let me not say I'm sure. I doubt if she will be able to point us at one person that has died or developed any complications after taking this particular product. And on the other hand, I would even say that this guy probably should just let her go, because now this publicity, yes, any publicity, even bad publicity is publicity. But this one, I think, is not going to have a very positive result on this product, because the attention on this product now is negative. A lot of people will probably go and try this product now to see, okay, is it really sugary or is it really poisonous? And some people will not even touch it with a 10-foot. They will not even go near it at all with this
review,
because they will just like, okay, let it just rest. Let it just stay.
Wow.
Yes, I remember there is this popular seasoning also that people say they use to soak their whites. They use their people don't. Some people don't see because of some kind of publicities are not just good for you. You don't even want it. You don't even want it, but it's still within this man's right to take this lady up, because if he doesn't take her up, we don't know what she's going to do next, and we don't even know who she's going to do it to next. So he should just, I think the police should just wade in and find a way to resolve this. But this allegation is very weighty.
Yeah. Now, on people performing miracles, I saw a video yesterday of a pastor who reportedly, because even with the video, I will still call it reportedly, turned water to wine. So while he was shouting Jesus, he was turning the bottle with his hand on the cap of the bottle, not moving, just moving the bottle, but his hand was on the cap of the bottle, turning it and saying Jesus, Jesus, and then trust the church members to be clapping and shouting, woo! So as he was turning it, the water kept on changing color till it became wine color.
Okay.
And then boom, we had the miracle. Another water to wine miracle.
I don't understand. The wine that we are talking about now, is it about the color?
I did not taste it.
But the color. Is it every wine that is wine in
the
color? No, is it every wine that is wine in color? So why did he have to? So why did they have to turn to wine color? If he had turned to any other color, there is grape. We have the grape color. Then okay, but he decided to turn it to wine color so that you know that it's wine, really. Yes. Okay, I agree.
All right, before we open the phone lines, an Italian, Filippo Felazzo, who beat an Italy-based Nigerian man, Alika Ogochukwu, to death in July 2022, has backed a 24-year jail term. The convict backed a 24-year jail term on Wednesday for causing the death of a 39-year-old Nigerian man who was on crutches walking in a marsh coastal city in July 2022. The chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora, Abike Dabirewa, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday. Dabirewa she said, I am glad this case finally got justice. Like I always say, there have to be consequences for actions. Also, Toni Salawu, an activist, I think she was 19 years, I need to be sure. She was part of the Black Lives Matter movement. She also got justice this week. So I'm glad that we are finally getting justice for slain Nigerians outside the country.
Yes, if we pursue these cases, and that's why people always call out the NIDCOM madam that okay, let's pursue this. Let us show the people outside that the government cares. When people find unpalatable situations about themselves out there, people try to help. They try to help those victims by talking to NIDCOM here. And oftentimes we hear people calling out Madam Abike Dabiri. Okay, she's too complacent on these cases. She's not are really up and doing about it, and she really comes out to defend herself and our agency. And I'm sure that if we keep pursuing these cases without affecting our bilateral relations, we are going to get justice in most, if not all, of these cases.
All right, so Toni Salawo's mother was sentenced to life imprisonment. Gladly. I can't seem to find her age or how old she was. I think she was 19 or 20.
Yeah, I think that lady that was raped, kidnapped by this guy, and she was raped before she was murdered.
Sad, but sad. They got justice.
But at least there's closure.
Yes. All right, it's time to open the phone lines. Please do not forget to turn down the volume of your radio set so we avoid echoes. Try as much as possible not to be insightful with your comment.
And try the platforms before. Okay, then there's a call.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, Toni.
Good morning, Mr. Tony Brown.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and welcome.
Mr. Brown, good morning.
Thank you very much. Happy weekend to you.
Same here.
I just watched out what is happening with the terrorist activities in Nigeria. Look at this, Elias Sharibu. The last government, led by former President Buhari, did a lot of promises, and those promises, I don't know how many of them will fulfill. Elias Sharibu is one of it. And it's so disappointing that the young girl is now into a situation where she's even having multiple marriages. But what do we do? That is the failure of government. But you see that the terrorists became a bit calm towards the twilight of the last administration. And just as they did, now they have reformed. They've tested the water, they are back to tapping again. And I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should forget anything and move in and get these people out of our society. It's not a question of, we are repented. What is we are repented? President Tinubu should take decided decision and get them out. They are not Nigerians, even if they are. These are people from Chad, Mali, Guinea, and Cameroon. What are we waiting for? Let's go and take these people away out of our society. I will have some peace.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Brown. 08107812544 or 09153029992. Well, I checked the Telegram platform. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Keep trying. I know the network sometimes can be frustrating. Please don't forget to turn down the volume of your radio set so we don't have that echo. All right, 09153.
Hello. Please turn down the volume on your radio, sir. We can still hear the echo, and it's not. All right, go on.
How many people have done that since Jesus Christ performed that miracle? Have you ever had somebody perform that miracle? Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Jesus Christ did many things. He did it without praying. So it's not another remedy.
Thank you.
08107812544 or 09153. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Dr. Anthony is calling from Iwo Road.
Go ahead, doctor.
I want to just comment on that product review.
Yeah.
I want to say that if the reviewer followed the due process, it was a kind of academic review. At the end of the review, your findings, if it is negative, it's supposed to be a kind of something you report to the producer and not follow the process like the madam that just said to the NAFDAC or any agent that is responsible for that kind of product, negative product that is harmful. That is for the side of the reviewer. For those producers, the step using this information, damaging the product the more. What is going to use as damage control is going to be more than the damage that has already been done. It's supposed to be a kind of in-house trying to curb the damage that has already been done. But the more it's going to the court, is still people that are not known will not know, and it's going to cause more damage. Thank you.
Thank you. 091-5302-9992. 08. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Toni calling from.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on what is my discussion concerning
Please go ahead.
The politics of Adebisi goes beyond individual. The issue that Adebisi is clamoring that everyone is that it goes beyond Adebisi himself. There's a way they play this politics when that if you are from the north of Edo and you become a governor of a particular place, which Adebisi was, they will not have to resort to go to the south, which the place of Adebisi is coming from. So now the whole Edo system now is revolving around Edo Central, and that is the main thing. And Adebisi knows that this is what is going to play out. So he wants to bring somebody that is all populated with support that is coming from Edo side. So that is what is on the ground in Edo. That's what the way analysis of how they run Edo side. It goes beyond even Adebisi itself. That's what I just want to say.
Thank you. 091-5302-99. Hello, good morning.
And
Yes.
This product reviewer, is it official reviewer or is she did herself somewhere and then found out? Is it that it is official product review? That's what I can't catch there. Because like the last caller said, if it's a public review, like book review, product launch, and so on, then there's no way you can hide it. I mean, this is review in public view. But if it is not, if it is something she did in her room or somewhere, and then found such a thing, she would have followed some processes like the last caller said. With five. Now that called the product people to do this work. I happen to be involved in product, in the production industry some time ago, and so it is not something you just publicize and all that. But if it is a public review, well, there's nothing. But if it's a private review, let this man, let the producer become a little cautious and see how that can be done so that it doesn't escalate so much. Even if it was wrong for her to have publicly to make such an announcement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
091-5302-9992. 08107-812544. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Adebisi. I'm John Jacob.
Mr. Jacob.
The APC chairman and DJ has promised to set up a committee to resolve the differences between both of them. But I will be happy if the man can do that quickly. If not, Adebisi is out of the government house. Then there are fulfilling deciding. Let every deputy governor understand, respect their governor. Let me tell you this. It has never happened in the history of this nation that the deputy governor confronts the sitting governor and succeed him. Because at the end of the day, and you go back to the police and batter, and you know what, about the back is for them, and you know what. So let them give him well and respect the governor. Thank you, John. This job is coming.
Thank you, Mr. John Ojoko.
091-5302-9992. 08107-812544. You can still drop your comment on the platforms. We can still take them. We have a few minutes left. Hello, good morning. Your name and your calling?
Go on, Reverend. Go on, sir.
Thank you. You see, I want to comment on Saidi. It's surprised to me that Christians in this country, we cannot march out to sacrament because of our faith. Is it a sin to say I'm going to die because of my faith? Because of my faith. It's a disgrace to all Christians. And can a Christian Association of Nigeria, you are looking at this almost 10 years. It's in fact, I don't know what I can say about that. If I'm in the position, I will take one man protest because of this guy. Can it happen to Muslims like that? For the past 10 years, we will be watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 0915302.
It's not, see, sometimes it's not, we have to even take this thing away from religion as much as possible. Before we even want to consider a Christian or a Muslim, she's a human being. She's a child. She's a young girl that was taken away from her school, and now her innocence has been taken from her, her childhood stolen forever. You can't give it back to her. Everything that they have stolen from her, none of them can be given back to her. So it's not even about it's not about being a Muslim or being a Christian. It's about the fact that she is a child and she is a human being.
09153029992 or 08107812544. You can still drop your comments. We have a few minutes left. We most probably will be able to take it if you are swift enough. 09153029992 08107812544. All right, I think the calls are coming in because of the network. It's been kind of sketchy today. Many thanks to those who have been a part of the show. It's been a wonderful time with all of you, our listeners at home. Thank you, Adebisi.
Thank you, Toni.
Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Same here.
And to our studio managers, thank you for working well with us. We will be back here next week, Friday, for another beautiful edition. My name is Toni Adioye. Have a wonderful weekend and happy Independence Anniversary in advance.
Bye-bye. Thank you all for watching. That's it on the program today. Next week,